signs everywhere. Signs, signs for your business and signs for your ride. SignBros is the place where we make your signs.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the SignBroCast. We are the SignBros, and we have a special guest today. Not only the first female, but the first realtor guest here on our SignBroCast.
I'm the first female for real?
Yes, you are.
Awesome.
Welcome, Jese Gonzales from Clearview Realty.
That's correct, yes.
All right.
And she has her own brand, so welcome.
Well,
to our
thank you
show.
so very much.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
You are your own brand.
Yes.
So I hear, like
Yes.
I had no idea, you know, when I rebranded last May, and by rebranding, I focused on a color that I thought was going to be gender neutral, which is, I call it the Jesse Blue. And then the logo. So I was doing this for the past year, and then just recently I decided to expand and form my team.
Excellent.
Very good.
Real quick, I just wanted to ask this before we get into the business stuff. How's the Tesla?
Right now, the Tesla's at the doctor.
Ah.
I got hit. It was a hit and run. So right now I'm driving a
shoot.
rental. But the car as a whole, it's awesome.
I heard it's like
absolutely
I
love
heard
it.
that you drive one of those and just it's hard to go back to anything else.
Yeah, so I have a rental right now. And the biggest thing is I forget to put gas into this rental.
That's funny.
That-
How does it? Is there spaces where you got to go and you got to like electrocute yourself or not electrocute? You got to like electrocute
Like
the
charge
car
it.
or charge it up.
So
yeah.
I have a charger there at the house. So when I ordered the Tesla, they sent somebody to prep my house to charge it at home.
Wow.
But whenever I'm driving around, so Tesla just brought in their supercharging station about a year ago. So prior to that, there's chargers everywhere at the fountains, at the airport, but on those you have to pay per
Oh,
kilowatt.
really?
per kilowatt.
Per kilowatt, yes. So it's almost
Wow.
the equivalent of
Wow.
pumping gas, I guess.
How is it price wise compared to gas?
So I always charge it at home. And so at home, my electric bill has gone up by $100 for the month, which is not bad at all.
Okay.
Wow.
Because I was pumping that much in gas every 4 days.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are
Excellent.
the ones that drive by themselves?
Yes.
Oh, this is
Was
this
it
Yeah,
on?
it's a spaceship.
is yeah. 88 miles per hour. You can go jump back in time, man. You know.
And you got it in an accident.
Right. It has a flex capacitor too.
Yeah, excellent.
1,000 gigawatts.
When you got it in an accident, was it driving by itself?
No, it was a hit and run. It was actually parked. I wasn't in the car.
okay.
I was shopping. When I came back, somebody had hit me.
Did you get like some kind of notification on your watch or something that you've been hit?
No,
No?
no, I should have.
I was gonna buy
Elon Musk
one.
is he's holding back, man. He's holding out on you
I was
guys.
gonna buy one, but since it didn't move out of the way for the accident, yeah, I'm not impressed. No, I'm joking.
No, it's an amazing car. It really, really
bet.
is.
I know
It's
my
like a
wife's got her
spaceship.
eye on one.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
That's as far as gonna get her eye on one.
You better be buzzing your butt on some sales, buddy.
Well, she's a bus. You remember she drives those.
Yeah.
She's a bus driver, charter bus driver for a company.
Yeah.
And she drives $1 million vehicle every day. I said, who else drives $1 million vehicle every day?
Right, yeah.
That doesn't go very
Just
far.
never goes to your driveway. I know that you were working in San Antonio, like a project in San Antonio. You're still
So,
there?
right, no, so a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I wanted to, well, I'm not originally from El Paso,
Oh.
so I wanted to kind of start focusing in another market. And at that point, my younger son was considering going to the university in San Antonio. So I figured, let me start branching out there, start getting my feet wet, start getting to meet people. So I was still having my real estate business here, but 1 week out of every month, I was also going to San Antonio just to shake hands, just to meet people and get my foot in the door. And it actually started going really well. But then so did my business here. It exploded here. So then I just had to make the decision, either I focus 100% here or I focus 100% in San Antonio, because it was very difficult for me to split my time between the two.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, I decided to just focus here because everybody, already had the people that I know, people that I work with. And so I did that. But my plan still is to kind of branch out.
Yeah.
Maybe, San Antonio, Austin,
Wow.
those markets are amazing. So that's still my plan. And now that I formed my team, I think it's allowing me to do that because my team can take care of business here while I'm branching out elsewhere.
Sure.
Very smart.
How is the How is the market here in El Paso? A lot of people think it's not good, but I've heard a lot that it's.
We were just
real
talking about this earlier, and it really, really is good only because we have such a large military base. So because of that, there's always people moving into El Paso, moving out of El Paso. These families need a home to live in. So they are such a good asset that we have here in El Paso.
But like being that they're going in and coming out, are they purchasing? Or you got a lot of rentals probably.
Both. But even those that are wanting to rent, then it opens up the market for those investors that want to buy rental properties to rent out to these military. So all around, it's good. It's really, really good.
And are you seeing a big people coming in from certain places? I mean, because me and my wife are a result of California. We came from California.
There's a lot of my investors are from California, so I do see a lot of that. But then there's also families that are wanting to move back that they do have family members here only because of the cost of living. Here it's a lot more affordable. As a matter of fact, I have probably my most high-end client ever. This is my $1 million client, is moving to El Paso within the next 2 months from California. Young couple, super young couple. But the prices here don't compare to what they're paying over there.
I'm not surprised they're coming.
So, yeah, I mean, they're super young, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they're looking at $1 million properties, but for them, our $1 million properties are, 5 times this more over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're just waiting for them to come.
Yes.
Right. Or buy another Tesla.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you I know you probably don't want to brag about yourself, but we're going to brag about for you. Okay? Nathan sent us a clip the other day about your latest achievement that was recognized as top 250 female realtor in the United States, or just realtor overall?
No, Latinos.
Yes.
Latinos, there you go. Yes.
In the country.
In the country.
In the country, yes.
That-
That's an
that's
accomplishment.
awesome.
Oh, thank
That
you.
is very, very much an
So make it clear,
accomplishment.
top 250 in the nation.
Correct.
Yes.
Very good.
Latino
Congratulations.
realtors. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That is. I had to share. Like,
Well, thank you so
yeah,
much.
that's great. Anybody else in El Paso in that list?
Yeah, so there are, I want to say there's maybe 7 or 10 of us on the list.
Wow.
So, yeah, we are, this is a great place to be doing real estate for sure.
Wow, it's got to be if you're making those kind of lists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
No, it's going good.
Tell us a little bit about your new team that you put together.
Okay, so, I fought hand and just nail and tooth as far as building my team, because it just seems like everybody's building a team, and I didn't want to fall into like, oh, everybody's doing it, I should do it as well. And so after talking to my brokers and then pushing me to do it, because as an individual agent, you can only go so high. We all have the same 24 hours a day, and so you can only serve so many people during a day. And then I realized I'm turning away business because there's people that wanted to look at houses but already had my day booked, or I just couldn't accommodate them. So at that point I realized it's time. And so I spoke to several people because I want to be smart about it. At the end of the day, it's my name that's in front of these people. So I want to make sure that I'm bringing in the correct people. So I interviewed several, and so I brought in my first buyer's agent in February. And things went very well, and then it got to the point that she was starting to feel overwhelmed because she
Wow.
had a lot of business and just not enough hours in the day. So then just about 2 months ago, I brought my second buyer's agent, which is Anne, and she's starting to do very well also.
Excellent.
So as that's growing and they're at full capacity, then I want to bring somebody else in.
Wow.
Are you doing this women's movement, girl power thing on purpose?
No, okay, so somebody else asked me that, and that was never the intention.
Oh, okay.
I was never thinking just women, but it just seems like that's who I gravitate towards, and they seem to gravitate towards me for whatever reason. I think I'm able to relate better with that certain demographics, more so like the single mothers that are trying to do it on their own.
Gotcha.
And so there was just that connection. So it was never meant to be that. But the people that are approaching me tend to be women. And so I don't know, maybe that's just the direction that I was meant to go.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Just wanted to make
But
that
above
clear.
all, they're the ones that are qualified to do what you are looking for, what you envision for your.
Right, and at the end of the day, whether it's a female or
Sure.
a male, it's whoever is best suited
There you
for
go.
the job. I just, with the two that I have, we clicked right away.
Nice.
Awesome.
And so it's that you have to be able to click, be able to work together well, and then they just have the personality to just work out with my clients, and it's just worked out that way.
Very good.
You not only do sell cars, I mean not cars,
Thinking
homes,
Tesla.
but you also do like what, rental properties and stuff?
I don't do rentals. I focus solely on buyers and sellers.
Oh, nice.
She's
Yeah.
the matchmaker, right?
Matching
that's
buyers
kind
and
of your little
sellers.
slogan, yeah.
Yes, yes.
What was it exactly? The home matchmaker? Is that what you said?
The real estate matchmakers.
Real estate matchmaker.
So let me tell you a story, a funny story. So I had somebody reach out to me on Facebook. He gave me basically his entire resume. He was, 53 years old. He's been divorced for 19 years. He has 2 kids. Everything he did, blah, blah, blah. And at the very end, he's like, so can I match him with a woman? I'm like, hold on, buddy. That's not the kind of real estate, that's not kind of matchmaking I do. I match buyers and homes. I don't match couples.
Hey, entrepreneur, you're like, side business. Side
Right,
business.
right, yeah.
That's funny.
A
Yeah.
dating website.
But so now I'm playing along with that. So, and you guys are the first ones to know this. Has not been aired out yet. So in September, we are planning a speed dating event.
Oh.
And
that
so
was.
the proceeds are going to go to a charity. But so we're kind of working on that, playing along with the whole matchmaking thing.
There you go.
Excellent. Very
And
smart.
so, yeah, we're going to be doing this speed dating event in downtown. I'm
Cool.
talking to one of the business owners over there to do it over there. So, yeah, I think
sounds
that's going to
fun.
be a lot of fun.
And that's gonna be interesting how you get people signing up for that.
So,
How do you?
so there's a certain group of men we want to bring in, and then the women will be the ones paying the entry fee to
Ah.
meet these particular
wow.
specific men that I'm thinking about.
Gotcha.
And so, those proceeds, once again, is going to go all to charity.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice of you.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it'd be
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
It'd be fun. I was seeing. Well, I see that you post a lot of stuff. Like you're constantly posting on houses that you're selling and stuff like that. And I tell these guys, man, she's selling houses like crazy.
Multimedia.
Yeah. I mean, you're very active on social media.
You have to be.
You have to be.
You definitely do have to be. When I started this 14 years ago, people were still in MySpace, Facebook was not the thing. Instagram definitely wasn't. And so as things are changing, you just have to be able to adapt to them. And social media is the place. People are no longer picking up the newspapers to see what houses are for sale. They're not picking up the real estate magazines. They're getting online to
Oh, yeah.
see what's out there.
Sure.
And also reviews. People are now checking reviews and what your online presence is. So that's super, super important.
That's
Yeah, but I also see that you do a lot of different things that I don't see other realtors doing. Well, even when something as small as like those things that you, where I guess we hold the keys. I
Yes.
saw how you like have it wrapped
The
with your
lockbox?
logo.
Yes, yeah.
That's
It's all about branding. People need to see you being out there and active. So with me, it was not so much my face that I'm branding, as a lot of realtors do, but it's the color. Now, every time people see the Jesse Blue, they immediately think about, me.
smart.
So that's when I realized it's working.
Sure.
Because I have people will text me like, oh, look, I found these Jesse Blue shoes. Nothing to do with real estate,
Nothing
but
to
it's
do
the
with-
color. So it just makes them remember that, that's my thing.
sure.
yeah. Cool. Another thing that I saw on Facebook that you guys that you do, I don't know if it was your own personal house or if it was like a flip. That you guys, how you guys are remodeling.
Oh, that's my personal house.
That's your personal house. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that
I
is my
wasn't sure.
personal
Like I don't. I just kind of skimmed
Do
through and
house
stuff like
flipping
that.
also?
But
No, I want to start doing house flipping. And so the thing with my house, I was considering buying another house because I walk into beautiful homes every single day. I fall in love with the house every single day. So at that point, I thought, you know what, maybe it's time for me to buy a different house because my house was built in 92. So it was very dated. Love my house, but it was very dated. And then I realized, I could do this. I could just make it my own and modernize it. So yeah, complete remodel. So now that I did that, I'm thinking, you know what? I could do this and start buying and flipping a house and maybe go that direction as far as.
yeah, there's a market for that too. I love Chip and Joanne, and now you know who
Yeah,
Chip and Joanne
yeah.
is, but I think it'd be great for that.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. And I was gonna ask you. Oh, it just slipped my mind here. But on the social media stuff that you do, you have Facebook, What do you have? What's
So I have it just about everything. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. I tried the Snapchat for like a second, and I realized it's not for me.
Okay.
So I'm not doing Snapchat.
Yeah, we'll make sure we post those so people can see it as well. So
Yeah,
if you guys
yeah,
want to
yeah.
get a hold of Jesse and her team, they'll be able to do that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
What is your
yes.
website? What's the
So it's
URL?
sellingeptx.com.
Very cool.
Yes.
any future projects coming up?
Well, at this point, I'm just focusing. I'm growing my team. So Anne was the last one that I brought in. So
that's
after
right,
her, I do want to bring somebody else in. And again, it wasn't meant to be an all-girls team. But even now, I have other females that are messaging me that, you know, they want to
They
join
wanna
the
get on
team.
board, of course,
Right.
yeah.
That they do. So definitely grow my team. At some point, I would like to expand out of El Paso, still continue here because this is, you know, my heart is here in El Paso. So branch out maybe to Austin, like I mentioned, San Antonio. The flipping is something that's definitely there. I do want to do that. But for now, that's basically it.
Cool.
Where are you from? You said you're not from El Paso. Where are you from?
I'm from New York, from Buffalo.
Whoa.
Yes.
Giants
yes.
fan.
Hey, oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Ironically,
Bills
because I'm from Buffalo. Ironically, I don't cheer for them. Actually, the Steelers.
Steelers.
Really? How'd you come about that?
Yes. So I lived in Dallas. I went to school up in Dallas. And are you guys Cowboy fans?
No.
Okay, good. So
Okay,
I'm
good.
not allowed to be.
and so neither I'm not. I didn't like the Cowboys. So the very first professional football game I went to was in Dallas, and the Cowboys were playing against the Steelers. And at that point, I figured I'm just going to cheer for the opposite team. I had never seen them play. It was my first professional football game, and they won. The Steelers won
Steelers won.
in Dallas. And
that
from
was it.
that moment on, it's like, okay, this is my team.
is it.
I've gone to about 5 games. I went to Jerome Bettis' last home game
Wow.
at Heinz Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I was a die-hard
Oh
Steeler
yeah.
fan.
Are you still?
yeah.
You were or still are?
I was, not as much as before, because all of my good players left. Palomalo was the last one to leave, and that's when I thought, okay, maybe it's time to just
Check out
sit
her
at the
nails.
side.
The yellow.
Oh, is that what it's
Steelers.
all? Put some black stripes in there or
Right.
something. That's great.
And you guys, I'm new to SignBros. So I'm the late brother, but the firstborn, but the late brother coming in.
Okay.
How did you guys meet? How long ago have they been helping
I was
you out?
thinking about that this morning because I think I've dealt only with you. Just recently I met with you, and then I just met you this morning. And I was trying to remember how I ended up coming here.
You were with another company back then.
I was with another company, and I want to say somebody must have, because I needed signs. So somebody must have referred me to you guys. And this was years ago.
This
'cause
was
I've been
years
coming,
ago.
Yeah, I've been coming here forever.
2010 or something.
Yeah. So, wow,
Really?
2010.
2010.
Around there, I think.
Okay, so yeah, it's been a while. And so somebody referred me to you all, and now I'm referring you guys to everybody.
Excellent.
And then you
Appreciate
also
that.
helped me and my family get the rent
Right.
an apartment.
Right.
Thank you for
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So with rentals, you were the exception.
Yes.
It's like you need help, let me help you out.
Thank you.
And since then, we've SignBros has done what signs for you?
So
Business
yeah, my
cards?
for sale signs, my panels, now my photo props as well.
I saw that little
Now
house
I'm
thing.
doing
Yeah.
that. Yes.
Was that? I saw a picture. I saw a picture of like a cup broken in your house, I guess.
Yes.
And then I saw.
Yes.
Was that one of our
That's
things
the
that
one.
knocked it over?
Right,
That's
right,
funny.
yeah.
That's funny.
So yes, it was right there. I'm bringing it in because I'm remodeling my entire house. So now it's at the point where I'm decorating because the remodel is finished. So I brought that in because I needed a place to put it. This whole photo prop.
Yeah, it's like a
It's like a
cutout
house.
of a house.
Frame of a house, yeah.
Yes, a frame
Yeah,
of a
so
house.
it's a frame. So the way that's being used at closings, buyers and sellers are standing behind it, and
Sure.
it has my logo, my website,
Your color.
and the color, of course.
Jesse Blue.
The Jesse Blue. And so I was bringing that.
Pretty close, right?
I noticed that. Yeah, thank you for that.
Complete coincidence, but It was on purpose. I mean,
And again, it's gender neutral. That's why I picked it, because prior to that, I was doing like the pink, but because I loved pink and nobody, And it's like, so that was isolating the whole male population. So now this Jesse Blue, just about everybody can relate to the blue.
What is the equivalent of it? Is that turquoise or like a teal?
It is.
it's Jesse Blue.
I know it's Jesse Blue, but
but
just
it's like,
like
a
a teal?
teal,
Like a
teal
teal
color.
I have your designs like Jesse design 2017, 2018, 2019. I think you'll probably stay with the.
Yeah, no, this one for sure, for sure.
But you just took new pictures and stuff too.
So I took new pictures.
Or is that 2020?
last year. Well, because we just, as a team, we just took new pictures last Wednesday. So once again, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Anything having to do with marketing just
Yeah,
excites
very
me.
cool.
It is. That's great. Well, we're glad you're on here.
Well, thank
I
you.
mean, we're hopefully we can help each other out. That's
For
what it's
sure,
about.
for sure,
So
yes,
You have your following, and that could help us out too.
No, yeah, most definitely, because I do have people asking me, so, hey, where did you get that photo prop from? And, hey, who
Cool.
did this for you? So it's like, okay, you go to Sign Bros, let them know that Jesse sent you.
And we appreciate that. We
Yes,
appreciate
for sure, for sure.
Anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to add?
No, we're just letting everybody else out there know that if you're looking into buying or selling, give us a call.
How
Excellent.
do they get a hold of you on like social media?
So on Facebook, it's Jese Gonzales, Jesse with one S. My Facebook business page is El Paso Homes. On Instagram, it's El Paso Real Estate Matchmaker. And then, so yeah, those are probably the best two. My phone number, 549-1962.
very cool.
Excellent.
Cool.
Very good. And if you're ever out of town, need someone to Tesla sit for you, my wife will call. Well,
You're the one that got it.
okay.
That was nice of you for offering your. I would have been like, I'll take care of it.
Happy
humble,
happy
brother.
wife, happy life, man.
There you go, yeah.
So,
Very good.
well, thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Jesse.
No, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this.
So
This
it was
fun.
painless, right?
It truly was. I
All
didn't know.
right.
I didn't know what to expect, but no, this was it was cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming again.
Thank you so very
You
much.
got it.
Have a good
Thanks,
day.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you, Jesse, of course. And make sure to subscribe to SignBroCast on YouTube. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Adios.
This was cool.
Sign Bros is the place where we make your sign.